All right, as you can see, I've kind of gotten close to the end of my weaving. You'll know that you're kind of wanting to finish it up as you start to run out of, or your pieces of wire become too short. One thing that you can do is you can kind of press. So I'm squeezing all of those tines, or the cordage down around those tines, and then that might give you a little bit more um, that you can continue to do your weaving, but you don't want to go too close to the end. All right, let me show you how to finish this off. So I'm going to start by taking this single loop and I'm going to bend that over. If you need a tool, to do that, it's probably not a bad idea. It'll be difficult to bend this only using my fingers. So just kind of curl that loop over. Now, if you have some of these other hooks, so for example this one, that are standing up more than an inch above the edge of your bowl, then my recommendation would be that you cut off. So I'm going to use kind of this inside part of the needle nose pliers there, and I'm just going to cut off some of that extra. I want to do it so that I've got about a ½ inch sticking. And once I've got that ½ inch, then I'm going to use those needle nose pliers again just to make that hook all over. So I'm just going to bend that hook over and then give it a little squeeze. If your cordage is not inside that hook, it's totally okay, because the next hook will catch that top edge of cordage. So here again, I've got one that's sticking up a little bit taller than I would like. I'm going to cut it. If you are out there saying, but I don't have needle nose pliers, I can't cut my hooks, I'll show you what you can do if you don't have needle nose pliers. So I'm going to take that guy and just bend it over and kind of fold that in. So it's kind of making the ends of those wires just kind of go away. If you don't have needle nose pliers, so all you've got are the hooks that you've already got, then let's take your fork again. I'm going to slide it, so just so you can see that again, I'm just going to slide in around that hook, and I'm just going to bend that hook in. So you might end up with like a little bit of a curlicue inside, but that's going to still kind of finish the top edge of your basket. So just, again, sliding that fork in and around, and then maybe I'll just curl that guy in, just like that. So again, it's kind of a nice way to finish it. Take these last ones that I've got and curl them in same way. Alright, now I've curled all of my sides in. You can still do a little bit of shaping with your basket, and as you can see here, I've got all this extra cordage. So what do I do with that? Well, I'm going to cut off some of it. Two things you could possibly do. You can loop it over. So I've had a couple of students that have done this. It works really well. So I'm just going to create like a little loop here, and I'll loop it through there. And if I do that a couple times, then I've got kind of a fun, creative little handle there. The other thing you can do, and that's what I'm going to do with this one, I'm going to cut off probably about 12 inches. Set this aside because there might be some things you could do with it for fun. And now I'm just going to take this, and you can see I'm just going to so I've just gone under the first loop. I'm just going to kind of stitch it around. You can go under one or two bits of cordage, and you can see I'm just kind of looping it around. I'm going to go around one more time. So I'm going under two here. And it just so happened, most of the time you want to kind of find a place to tuck the end. It just so happened for this one that I was able to tuck the end in underneath that hook there. So it just kind of made the end disappear. But there we have it. There's our basket. If it doesn't stand up evenly, you might spend a little bit of time just kind of pressing it, because you can still shape it. It's all wire, paper cordage. And the other thing you can do, again, is just kind of try to move these wires so that they kind of go out of the way. I have also before, you can take like a hard tool. A hammer would be ideal, but what I'm doing is just kind of banging these pieces down flat. This is kind of a little bit heavier, so it's easier to do that until it stands up nicely. All right, thanks for watching. Look forward to seeing the baskets that you make.